Christmas is officially over as hockey is back on the menu here as we return to Planet Ice National League action between the TSI World Bees and the visitors this evening, the Raiders Ice Hockey Club. Here from the Slough Ice Arena, we hope you've all had a very good Christmas as we bring you back some action on this bank holiday Tuesday. I believe I've lost count. It's that awkward Christmas period where everyone forgets what day of the week it is. Sorry for the slight delay to tonight's proceedings. That is due to the late arrival of two of our tonight's officials, who shall remain nameless unless we decide we don't want to anymore. They literally turned up about 5 minutes ago, so we're just waiting for them to get ready and we'll have the teams on the ice. The Bees are currently down below us here from the perch. You can see them getting ready to go out, so we will hastily run through the two teams for tonight, starting with the home team, the TSI World Bees, as we weren't prepared for when they were going to come out. The Bees, 4, Luke Jackson, 6, Sebastian Moore, 9, Lewis English, 15, Harry Harkup, 18, Ryan Webb, 19, Will Stead, 21, Scott Spearing, 22, Dan Bradley, 24, Dan Rose, 27, a welcome return for the first time in 2 months, Josh Smith, 51, JJ Pitchley, 55, Ty Cathcart, 65, Harvey Stead, 88, Liam Clark, 92, Alan Lack, 94, Stuart Mogg, and 96, Brendan Walcombe. Netminders, of course, 29, Matt Smittle, and 84, Adam Goss. As the officials have just joined us on the ice, we'll go through the Raiders quickly. 3, Elliot Dewey, 10, Brandon Aliff, 11, Tom Relf, 14, Jack Cooper, 18, Marco Pasquale, 19, Harry Gulliver, 21, Callum Wells, 29, Jake Sylvester. It's 55, Sean Barry, 56, Adam Erskine, 57, Ashley Jackson, 63, Aaron Connolly, 88, Vladislav Novak, 91, Matthew Gomicic, 94, Alex Roberts, 95, Jacob Ranson, and 98, TJ Anderson. Netminders, of course, 32, Bradley Winderbank, and 39, Ethan James. Our officials this evening, Mr. Andrei Korsaks and Mr. Yuri Solovyovs, hold the water wings of power, and linesmen are Mr. Kenny George and Mr. Phil O'Neill. Don't forget, you can join in the conversation tonight. Please use the hashtag BeesMNL for all of your in-game updates and all of your Mickey taking that we've had in previous games between us and the Raiders. Any thoughts, comments, predictions, let us know, and if you keep them all clean, we'll put them on the stream for you. So just await the Bees coming out onto the ice. Once again, apologies for the delay. We weren't sure when we were going live tonight. The officials are all here. The Raiders fans have made the trip from Romford to not tonight. The Bees fans are in the building. And there's only one thing left. The Bees themselves. I'll hand you over to Match Night DJ Danny Purchard for tonight's national anthem, and we'll see you back here in about 2 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't stand with your hands off as we now play the national anthem. Well, we're almost ready for tonight's action to get underway. At the far end, visitors night, the Raiders. In goal for them to start the night is number 39, Ethan James. James comes into the night with a 10-8-1 record for the Raiders, an 8.62 save percentage and 4.14 goals against, and 2 wins in this building already this year. At the other end, Adam Goss gets the start for the Bees. Goss has all 5 of the Bees wins this year to go with his 12 losses and 1 OT loss, an 8.84 save percentage and a 4.39 goals against average. He'll be looking for his first win against the Raiders this season. Don't forget, the Bees and Raiders take on each other again tomorrow night in Romford. But tonight it's all here in Slough. Please use the hashtag BeesMNL. Get your thoughts, comments in. Let us know where you're watching from. We usually get a lot of you from Romford watching tonight. It's always fun when you join in. It makes our lives a hell of a lot easier. Yeah, Annika, I'm hooked. Sad to be watching from home with the poorly boy. Come on, Bees. Annika, message from Nick. Thanks for making him do double duty tonight. He's already run up and down those stairs twice. He's also in charge of producing the stream and the score bug tonight. So the real MVP. Nick gets all the hard stuff and I get to try and make it look like I know what I'm doing. So apologies for tonight if the scoreboard does go a little wonky at times. Nick's doing everything. So I have to try and be nice to him tonight. I said try, Nick. I didn't say I'd succeed. The Raiders come off their loss in Milton Keynes just before Christmas in their very nice Christmas sweater jerseys, I must say. Don't usually see yellow. Ah, look, a moving bus at the bottom of the screen. The Bees, for the first time at home this year, in their grey jerseys. They're grey, let's call them what they are. Referee Yuri Solovyov calls them in. And we are underway for your bank holiday ice hockey action with the Bees winning the face-off. Harvey Stead up the ice. Tipped in by Pitchley. Kept in by Harvey Stead. He takes a whack. The Raiders will break out 3-on-1. Pass across the goal. Good save from Goss off the first chance. Connolly with the chance off Ashley Jackson. Words being had behind the play there with Connolly and Spearing. Connolly has Spearing's helmet off already. And the first case of handbags has come in 17 seconds. Spearing taking exception to Connolly's whack on Goss's pads as he covered up. Personally, nothing really wrong with it. The puck was loose. And the penalty boxes are open for both teams. Straight away, 17 seconds on the clock. We'll wait and see if we're going 5-on-5 or 4-on-4. Spearing and Connolly go to their respective bins. Just wait for the official calls. Some discussion going on. 4-on-4 hockey to be played. Spearing and Connolly in the box for 2 minutes. 17 seconds. Oh no, tell a lie, it's Connolly on his own. So we will wait and see what those calls are. Bees power play this year hasn't been great. 24 off of 116 chances at 20.69. The Raiders 67 for 86 at just over 75%. Bees with it. Harvey Stead up to Brendan Walcombe. Hat-trick on last Sunday against Milton Keynes. To Moore. Harker back to Walcombe. Finds Harvey Stead on the blue line. Shipped in. Wilstead now. Cross ice to Walcombe. Returned, attempted to Harstead. Tipped in front, goes into the corner and away. Lack from behind the net for the Bees. Finds Seb Moore. Walcombe, shot on goal. Saved by James. He will hold on. So Scott Spearing 2 minutes for roughing, Aaron Connolly 2 minutes for roughing and 2 minutes for slashing. 17 seconds timed for all of those penalties if you're playing along at home. Producer Nick has already given up on 3 penalties. Face off once again won by the Bees. Finds Harvey Stead. Tries to get his brother Will. That's cleared by the Raiders. Goss will come out of his net to play it. Settles it down for Brendan Walken. Correction, Harvey Stead. Too many sixes. Josh Smith back on the ice for the first time in a couple of months. Ships the puck behind the Raiders' net. Gives chase himself. Raiders attempt to clear. Mogg keeps it in. Puck to centre ice. Nothing there. Raiders try and clear. Can't get it away. Good work from Pitchley to just put the pressure on. Raiders defenseman loses a stick there. Bees with it. Back up to the blue line. Smith with the shot. Smith with the shot that goes wide. Walcom collects. Walcom with it. Steps in. Fires. That's saved by James. Puck is loose in the air. Goes high and wide. And the Raiders do clear. Gross out of his net to play it. Leaves it for Mogg. Bees will turn back the other way and reset as the power play winds down. Mogg up to Bradley. Chips it in as the Raiders return to full strength. Chipped in. Harvey Stead collects. Bradley now. Finds Stead up the right-hand side for the Bees. Attempted pass to Will. Stead is intercepted. Raiders can't quite get it under control at the moment. Bradley there again. Finds Dewey. Black will try and hit it into the Raiders zone. That comes straight off Dan Bradley, and offside is called. Face off just outside the Raiders zone. Is once again won by the Bees. Moore can't collect. Does eventually get it off the boards. Finds his way over to Stuart Mogg on the left hand side. Shipped in. Another penalty coming up this time. Tom Relf is called for it. 2 minutes for high sticks. Face off once again, won by the Bees. Puck finds way over to Harvey. His shot is wide. The Raiders will bring it out the other way and start on the rush. Chipped in. Gomicic gets there first. Walcom meets him. Gomicic holding it up against the boards. Comes away. Harvey Stead brings it up ice. Leaves it for Walcom. Moves his way around the Raiders defenseman. Tries to go cross ice. Front bounce takes it back to Seb Moore though. Walcom finds Will Stead this time. Up to Harvey. Back to Walcom. Walcom steps in, fires. That shot is blocked. Moore collects. Moore looking for an option. Holds it. Finds Walcom again. Walcom tries to go up to Harvey on the blue line. Now it's cleared the length of the ice by the Raiders. Both teams change. Harvey Stead with it. Will set his brother Will on his way up the right hand side. Leaves it for Seb Moore. Return pass. Webb. Webb's still with it. Goes to the front of the net. That takes deflection. Comes back up to Pitchley. Raiders clear the zone. Webb starts to rush it in for the Bees. Tries to go back to Dan Rose. Puck goes away from Rose, but finds Pitchley. Pitchley passes wayward and away from Walcom. And the Raiders will clear the zone again. Ranson will clear it. it to Josh Smith. Smith leaves it for Mogg. 15 seconds left on the man advantage. Raiders can't clear it. Smith, shot on goal, takes a couple of bounces in front of James. Saved by James behind the back of the net. James has lost his stick as well. One of the Raiders D-men gives him a stick. James is able to get his stick back as the Raiders clear and return to full strength once again. Mogg from behind the net for the Bees. Tries to go to Smith, can't. Raiders come back the other way, finds his way to Roberts. Taken away again, Walkham at speed, will have to go in on his own. Walkham right to left, shot on goal, that takes the deflection, goes wide. Jackson to the front of the net, nobody there. Raiders try and clear it, and Moore does a good job of breaking up the attempted pass to Gulliver. Raiders from behind their own goal now. Look for the breakout. Shipped in. Try and set up. Moore takes it away from the Raiders D-man. Can't see who that was. Novak. Novak is back there to collect it. Pass is wayward. Leaves with it with Stead. Chips in. Goes into the corner. Raiders on the rush. To the front of the net, shot saved by Goss, penalty coming. And that is 2 minutes for holding on Harvey Stead. That's 6:21 if you're playing at home. He's not happy with the call, but it's fairly obvious, sadly. He's now briefly struggling to count to 4. To get the right men out for the penalty kill. Raiders power play this year, 15% there, a perfect 15 off 100. This year, while the Bees penalty kills 66 for 95, the worst in the league, just under 70% at 69.47. Gomicic with it for the Raiders. Out to the blue line. Finds his way to Gulliver, back to Gomicic. Gomicic's snapshot is over the bar. Out the zone. Raiders will set up. Pass back to Gomicic is miles wide, let's face it. Gomicic will start the rush himself though. Stops, finds the upper man, Harry Gulliver. Tries to step his way round Mogg. Mogg sends him back. Gulliver steps in again, fans on the shot. Walkham collects and will flip it length of the ice. James has to play it as the Bees change. Raiders start the rush, left-hand side. Puck goes around the boards. Met by Luke Jackson, head of Ashley Jackson. I forgot about this, that's going to be a nightmare all night. Connolly with it. Finds Gomicic. Gomicic stepping in to the front of the net and Connolly. Goss is nowhere near his goal. It's gone wide, shot again. That's off the misses everyone and goes out the other side. Ashley Jackson collects. Luke Jackson doesn't have a stick. Gomicic on the back door, nearly gets in at 3-1. Gomicic to the front of the net, safe by Goss, that goes into the corner. Chipped in by Sylvester. Connolly from behind the Bees net. Goes back to Gomicic. Gomicic from the goal line. Tries to set Sylvester up. Sylvester with a shot through traffic, that goes wide. Mogg is the first player to it. Nobody there to help, tries to hold it up against the boards. Takes a hit, stuck underneath him. Bees will clear it with Dan Rose. He sets the puck loose and the Bees return to full strength. Raiders try and come back the other way. Gomicic again with it. And we'll go back behind the net as both teams change up. Raiders decide the time is now. Jackson chips it in. Moore is first to it. Intercepts. Walcombe chips it in. Wilstead can't get there. Gets a stick lifted. Raiders still with it. One-man rush. Got length of the ice there from Callum Wells, of all people. Shot is wide, though, fortunately for the Bees. Wilstead. That finds his way over to Harvey. Tries to set Walcombe away. Can't. Goes straight back to Wells. Raiders on the rush again. Shot on goal, saved by Goss. Roberts has returned to Slough after being with the Bristol Pitbulls last month. 9:24 gone. It seems like an appropriate time to remind you can use the hashtag BeesMNL. Let us know your thoughts, any comments you want to see on the stream tonight. Make sure you use that hashtag, and Producer Nick will try and get as many on the screen as he can while he does every job under the sun tonight. Okay, Pine Hook. Haha, sorry Nick, I'm sure you'll do a great job. We'll see. Bees with it. Front of the net, shot from Rose, that's blocked. Flipped ahead to hug it, nobody there. Lack is back to collect. Roberts creates the turnover. Forces the stick of Gulliver. He's met by Mogg. Sorry, by Rose even. Cathcart there to finish the job. Attempted clearance by Lack. No icing, so the Bees will change. Ralph back there to collect for the Raiders. Chipped in. Harvey moves it along. Only as far as Novak. Novak tries to go back to Gulliver. Receives a return pass. Loses out on it to Pitchley. Back to Gulliver to Novak in front of the net. He takes a hit from Harvey. Bees still dangerously with it in their own zone at the moment. Ryan Webb from behind the net. Webb up ice, chips it in and gives chase himself. He's going to be met by Dewey. Webb still with it. To Pitchley. Pitchley backhanded towards goal. Goes wide. The Raiders collect it from the corner. Come back the other way. Chip on goal. Is gloved down by Goss. He leaves it for Cathcart. Cathcart loses out to it. Sylvester with a shot. That's well saved by Goss. Harvey. Bradley. To Pitchley. Holds off one check. Round a second. Drop pass for Walcombe. Walcombe snap shot is off the shoulder of James. He gloves it at the second chance. And stoppage of play with 8.5 to go. Face off right of James. Won by the Raiders. They will look to clear it. Gets it out the zone, only as far as Wilstead. He's met by Gomicic. Turned over to Anderson. Anderson to the front of the net, attempted to Connolly there, but Bradley reads it and breaks it up. Gomicic still with it. Bradley takes a hit. He's in the middle of a Raider sandwich. Attempted clearance, kept in. Connolly now. Connolly flips it into the opposite corner. Gomicic gives chase on Bradley. Bradley finds Seb Moore. Moore can't clear the zone again. Gomicic. Back up to the blue line. Shot on goal, goes wide. Net by Connolly, tries to go to Anderson. Mogg blocks the shot, or pass. To the front of the net, Gomicic, that shot is blocked. Gomicic back to Connolly. Connolly's shot takes the deflection off Seb Moore. B still can't clear it. TJ Anderson, round one, round a second. Wilstead misses Anderson and hits Seb Moore instead. Bradley breaks up the blast, tries to clear it, can't again. Bradley knocked backwards, still head up in that corner. Bradley with it, flips it back into the Raider. Gomicic brings it out. Gomicic backhand, pass over to Alif. Gomicic again steps in from the face-off circle. Shot is deflected. Goss saves. Wilstead is the first player there. Flips it high into the sky. Bees will change. I'm more impressed very much than not hit the roof or the scoreboard there. Raiders bring it the other way. Alan Lack there to break it up. Puck takes a high bounce out the zone. Lack off the boards. Rose gives chase. Raiders come away again. Ranson met by Cathcart. Held up here behind the net. Cathcart decides he really likes shaking Ranson's shirt and drags him down. And referee Yuli Solofjord has had enough of both of them. Ranson with a hold on Cathcart's stick. Cathcart not liking it, wanting it back. It was a Christmas present after all. Penalties on both teams coming, 13:43 on the clock. Jacob Ranson 2 minutes holding the stick. Ty Cathcart 2 minutes for roughing. And we're going back to 4-on-4. Will be 4-on-4 once more. Bees win the face-off. Harvey-Stead tries to clear the zone. Kept in this time by Gulliver. Bees bring it away with Jackson. Chips it in. James watches it go past his net into the corner. Gulliver at Harvey-Stead. Round Stead. He's met by Webb. Gulliver still with it. Sets Sylvester. Raiders kept in. Puck down low to Sylvester. He loses out on it. Jackson off at the boards to Walcombe. Walcombe will set Harvey-Stead away on his own. Stead round one. Harvey-Stead still with it. Shot on goal saved by James. Falls back to Walcombe. That shot is blocked. It was a good move from Harvey-Stead, an even better save from Ethan James there. Pass to the front of the net. Only finds Harvey-Stead again. Turns away from the check. He's still with it. They will go back and out the zone. Rose on his own. Rose's shot kicked away by James. Attempts to pass back to Alan Lack on the blue line, but the bounce takes it over his stick and away. Lack off the boards to Bradley. Raiders turn it over. It's front of the net. Mogg intercepts before Roberts can get there. Loose pass only finds the Raiders. Alex Roberts absolutely mows down Alan Lack. That's a size disadvantage and a half. Mogg sets Alan Lack free up the right hand side. Lack winds up, fires. That shot takes a deflection into the corner off Ralph. Raiders with the loose puck. Callum Wells, I think. Up to Roberts. Skates out the left hand side. Luke Jackson for company. What's the centre of ice? Shot is wide. Only to Wilstead. 3-on-3 currently for the Bees. Wilstead as the Bees and the Raiders return to full strength. Stead to the front of the net. That shot is saved. Tip to front. It's a loose puck again. Bees still with it. James with another brilliant cover up there. The Bees will wish they could have done better there as the teams return to full strength. 4:09 left in the first period. Once again, you can use the hashtag BeesMNL. Well, I try really hard to want producer Nick up like we can do all the buttons at once. Use the hashtag BeesMNL. Producer Nick will either put your tweets up on the stream if you keep them clean, or he might throttle me. Which comes first? Annika, save me. Face-off comes out of the zone. Face off, held up. The Raiders come away with the puck. Puck flipped in. And icing is called. Harvestead beats it out. Marco Pasquale chipping it in. The Romford Junior Raider. Another one on the vast Romford production line. Very impressive from the Junior Raiders the last couple of years. I should know, I saw him score 2 power play game winners in the playoff quarter final last year. Raiders win the face-off. Around the boards, try and clear. That's a high stick there. Bradley plays it. The high stick is still called, so the puck will stay inside the Raiders zone. Face-off left of Ethan James. Won by the Beans. Kept it at the blue line by Harvey Stead. Oh, no, it's deemed very late that it had gone out of the zone. So the Raiders will get a break. Change their lines up. Face off just outside the Raiders zone, won by the Raiders. Chipped in. Ransom will give chase. Bradley's there to play it. Raiders keep it in. Ransom with a tip in front, saved by Goss. Ailiff over to Ransom. He's met by Will Stead this time. Ailiff tries to bring it away, but can't. Does eventually. 2-on-2 against the boards here. Ailiff wins out. Bradley tries to take it away from him. Falls to Will Stead. Roberts there to help. Ailiff. Moore comes away off the boards and sets Brendan Walcombe away. Walcombe, one-on-one. Tries to go round the D-man, keep loose possession of the puck, but can't. Bounced away from him. Moore there. Helping the boards. Roberts there meets him. He's bringing away. Finds Harvey Stead. Stead into Walcombe. Walcombe backhand, and that's kicked away by James. Raiders try and bring it up ice. Roberts. Chipped in. Met by Harvey Stead. Over to Webb. Webb winds up, fires. That is wide. Flipped in by Smith. Webb can't get under control. The Raiders will bring it away. Scarlett tries to go to Ransom. Sorry, Gulliver that time. James plays it for Dewey. Loose pass. Bees get it. Rose loses out on the puck this time. Raiders will try again. Jackson collects the Bees now. Gulliver turns away from one and another. Sylvester can't get it under control. English can't quite clear it. Novak down low. Centre ice. It's wide. Jackson brings it away. Lack will flip it in. English giving chase. Tries to go back to Lack. He got it up. Dewey. Loose pass again. Stead finds Will Stead. Tries to bring it through 3 gold jerseys. Can't quite do it. Right, still with it. Tipped in. Gomicic gives chase. Bradley will get there first. Final minute of the first period. Following Gomicic. Gomicic with the puck. Tries to turn away from Will Stead. Webb collects. Up to Walcombe. Harvey Stead will bring it away. 2-on-2 here. Seb Moore up the right hand side. Moore looks for an option. Goes back to Ryan Webb. Around the boards. Puck finds its way to Walcombe's stick. Walcombe's shot on goal is blocked. Coughed up again though. Moore back to Walcombe. Walcombe fires. Shot saved by James, who covers up with 27 seconds left in the period. I would save you, but this is too funny. Instead, I'll let you custard cream for you. Annika high on the hook. Oh boy. not even going to dignify that with a response. Just for that, I'm going to make Nick's life a living hell now. Well, more so than usual. Face off to the right of James. Won by the Bees. Cleared by the Raiders. A lucky bounce brings it back to Brandon Ailiff. Ailiff through two. Still with it. Shot on goal. Saved by Goss. The rebound luckily falls away from Jake Sylvester's stick. Pitchley brings it up ice for the Bees. Goss it up. Cathcart clears the zone. Off the referee as well. Pitchley around one hit. Takes a big hit. Penalty called. Both referees calling it this time. With 7 seconds to go. 2 minutes for kneeing is coming to the Raiders here. Pitchley still down. Didn't quite catch the number of that train, sorry. 19:53 on the clock. Still didn't see that one. It's 2 minutes for kneeing. Bees return to the power play. Number 14, Jack Cooper, taking the 2 minutes. Face off to the left of the Raiders net. Won by the Bees. They've got a chance for one shot. Walken will wind up, send it over to Halstead. His shot is fanned on and goes into the far corner. And that will do it for the first period. The first period with chances at both ends. And lots of saves. And referees in the mood for handing out penalties as gifts over the Christmas period. It's a fairly even first period here in Slough. We'll have a slightly extended period break as there is a performance going on in the rink tonight. We will be back in about 15 minutes. Welcome back everyone to the second period here in Slough. This is usually the part where I bring you all the latest updates from around the league, but we started ages before anyone else. So we'll bring them in the second period. If tonight couldn't be going any more fun here, the linesmen were late, the referee was late, and now the fire alarm's been going off for the last 5 minutes. Don't worry, nothing going wrong here. Well, it was an eventful first period. 0-0 on the boards. 9 shots on Adam Goss in the Bees net, and 8 on Ethan James in the Raiders net. And loads of penalties. 2 on the Bees, 5 there on the Raiders. The Raiders will have to kill 1:53 of power play time at the start of this second period. While we play catch up with all the things we missed at the start of the game. Here is the table as it stands following last night's games. See, we were well prepared earlier. The Peterborough Phantoms currently sit top of the league for the first time, as the Leeds Knights slide all the way to third, following the fact that they haven't played a game in a week. And now have 4 games in hand over the Peterborough Phantoms, who are only 2 points ahead. The Raiders currently sit 5th, while the Bees are rooted to the bottom of the table, looking for a win to take them level with the Hull Seahawks. As the Raiders rejoin us for this second period. Once again, you can use the hashtag BeesMNL. Get all of your tweets on the stream. Welcome to Fun with Buttons. There we go. BeesMNL. We'll read as many of them out as we can. Let us know where you're watching from. Raiders fans, I know you're out there. You're usually talking. Make sure you're using BeesMNL, even at us at BeesMNL. You can follow us for all the in-game updates, for in case anything changes as the night goes on. As for the life of me, I wouldn't trust Spordle for dependent on it. Adam Goss leads the Bees out for this second period. Look, there he is. It's 0-0, obviously, here. 40 minutes to go. JJ Pitchley is back with us to start the second after a heavy hit at the end of the period there, which saw the Bees go on the power play. The last thing the Bees need is yet more injury problems. Referee Andre Corsac calls them in for the start of the second period. We are underway once more as the Raiders win the face-off. Puck is dumped in by Elliot Dewey. And Harvey Stead goes back to collect. Bees up the left-hand side. Brendan Walcombe skates in, steps in, gets the pocket pick there a little. Moore. Over to Lack. Back up to Harvey Stead. Stead shot, takes a deflection off Alan Lack's elbow and up into the netting. It's always good when there's just been an announcement that there's someone using a whistle in the stands. Face off to the right of James, won by the Bees. Gomicic does quickly to recover it though. And cleared at the length, well, attempted to clear the length of the ice. Good grab there by Will, I believe it's Harvey Stead. No, it's Brendan Walcombe even. Goes for the NFL style interception and ends up falling on his backside. Will Stead brings it up ice. Cross ice pass, finds Walcombe again. Walcombe round the net, goes for the wraparound, saved by James. Rebound is loose in front. That is another one that takes a deflection. Will Stead's shot comes once again off the back of Alan Lack this time. Gomicic will bring it away. On his own, Gomicic snaps a shot on goal, sticked into the corner by Goss. Moore collects. Harvey Stead with it. Bees at the right hand side. Wilstead tries to go round Aliff but can't. Shipped into the corner. Harvey goes back to collect. Bees change. Harvey Stead with Ashley Jackson for company. Bees set on their way. 25 seconds to go on the power play. Shipped on goal. Goes wide of James's net. Ralph will try and clear. Takes him out away from the Bees players. And we'll go length of the ice. Mulk collects. Finds Pitchley. Cross ice pass. Rose. Drop past the Webb. That goes into the corner. Kept in by Pitchley. The Raiders return to full strength again. Webb brings the puck away. Rose. Puck taken away from Pitchley this time. Chipped in. Ralph will collect. Goes round to Wells, off the boards. Webb can't get under control. Wells brings it out. Sets the rush away again. Wells, left to right. Coast to coast, round the net. That's a shot, takes deflection wide. Bees bring it the other way again. Smith ships it in. Raiders will settle it down. That finds his way around to Tom Melf. Straight up centre ice, sets Aliff on his way. Brandon Aliff dumps it. Shot takes a deflection and goes wide. Bees trying to bring it away. Cross ice pass. So front of the net, tipped in. That goes wide away from the stick of Stead. Stead Moore with it. Moore round back to Walcombe. Walcombe back to Moore. Moore with a shot. That goes through James and it's in! Seb Moore gets his first goal as a Bee. It's 1-0. 22:58 on the clock. It's good cycling work just off the edge of the screen. Moore brings it up to the face-off dot, snaps it on goal before Roberts can get there, and it's through Ethan James and into the net for Seb Moore's first National League goal. The Slough Jet on the two-way, flips it on goal. Good things happen. The Bees lead 1-0. Off at centre ice is won by the Bees. Ships into the corner. Dewey collects, round the boards. English intercepts. English still within the corner to the front of the net. Lack with a shot, that's saved by James. Raiders come clear. Chipped in. More from Will Stead and Walcombe, the official goal for the Bees. Will Stead's 20th assist on the season. Ralph with it for the Raiders. Turns and goes back the other way. Brings it up ice. Shot on goal, that goes wide. Wolstead already on a career high in points for the Bees this year, 26 now for the year. His previous best was 22. He got that on Sunday against the Lightning. And because I'm not very good at my job, I missed it then. Bees still with it, Pitchley. Over to Mogg. Mogg steps in from the blue line from the face-off dot. That takes a deflection and goes wide. Gomicic will bring it away. Rush away here for the Raiders. Gulliver met by Mogg and Bradley. Good enough to just break it up. Puck back to Gomicic. He's bringing it away. They try and clear. They do get it out of the zone eventually. Pascali. Over to Wells. Gomicic can't quite get it under control. Bees come away again. Webb tries to dance his way through into the Raiders zone. Can't quite pull it off. Gomicic flips it over to Connolly. Connolly snaps a shot on goal. That goes wide of everybody. Wells stops it from going the length of the ice. From behind his own net. Tries to go to Gomicic. Takes the bounce away from him. Stead can't get it under control. Raiders will try again. Gomicic passes it straight to the stick of Walcombe, but luckily for him it goes to Jack Cooper. Chipped in again. Cooper this time with it. This is good pressure from the Bees. Attempted clearance again. Gomicic luckily gets a stick down on it to take it away. Connolly 2-on-2 for the Raiders. Connolly stops, tries to go across to Gulliver, takes a deflection from off Mogg. Wilstead now with it, brings it up ice. Flips it into the zone, takes a big hit. James out of his net to play it. Goes round the boards, gives it time on Lack. Lack will step in, shot tipped in front, that goes wide by Walcombe. Wilstead still with it. Stead down to Lack below the goal line. Lack to Wilstead. Shot on goal is wide of James. It's more of a slap pass really. Cooper will try and clear. Kept in once again. Wells from behind the net, Lack pressuring. Wells does manage to turn his man over to Cooper. Lack tries to throw the big hit, instead just takes Callum Wells' stick away from him. Raiders still with it in the zone. Roberts, shot on goal, saved by Goss, elite rebound is loose, Bees clear. Another shot on goal, that goes wide off the plexi. Bees break out again. Shot on goal, that's wide. Attempted dump in by Jackson, comes off the skate, the ankle more accurately of Lewis English. English in pain as he goes back to the bench. Rose, backhand flip on goal. James pushes it into the corner, away from danger. Straight to JJ Pitchley. Shot on goal, that goes wide again. Smith gives chase. Finds Pitchley again. Pitchley to the front of the net. Still with it. Puck is loose in front. Poked away by Gomicic with basically the wingspan of an albatross. Pitchley, round two. Receives a return pass. JJ Pitchley on goal. Brought down by Ransom. No penalty. Correct call. Webb. That comes out of the zone after Bradley mistimes the pass to Harvey Stead. Stead all the way back now in the B zone. Turned over. Roberts goes round the boards. Puck finds his way all the way back to Tom Ralph on the blue line. Pass down low, snapped on goal, shot loose in front, got to the first save, comes away and Bees will break out. 2-on-2 here for the Bees. Walcombe, round one, Brendan Walker to the front of the net, shot is blocked. Brilliant move from Brendan Walker to take him away from TJ Anderson, but an even better defensive move from Tom Ralph. Anderson has gone coast to coast. Anderson to the front of the net, shot on goal, saved by Goss. Seb Moore brings it away, avoids the check. Tipped in by Lack, icing is waved off. Pascali goes to play it, Moore meets him. Anderson to Novak. 6 minutes without a face-off so now. Right on cue. No icing there. Raiders still with it. In the corner. Held up against the boards. The Raiders player takes a tumble there in front of the referee. And now they're both down. Raiders come away with it. To front of the net, shot on goal, saved by Goss. Rebound is loose again. Raiders to it first. Back up to Ralph on the blue line. Ralph's shot is through. Adam Goss and in. Tom Ralph ties the game up at 29-02. Completely against the run of play, the Raiders get the chance and take it very well. Tom Ralph from the blue line, you can just see it there, through everybody and just trickles through Adam Goss and into the back of the net for the Raiders' tying goal. Ralph's second of the season. Clear line of sight, it goes through everybody and in the back of the net, the Raiders tie it up 1-1. Face off won by the Raiders. Wells collects off the balls. Chipped in, Jackson will be there first. Ralph from Novak and Connolly as that shot comes off the netting. Novak keeping up his point per game streak so far this year, 9 in 9 now for him. Face off to the left of Adam Goss, is won by the Raiders again. Gomicic dancing his way around Jackson. To the front of the net, backhand shot, that's saved by Goss and he'll hold on for the cover. Face off still in the B zone. Held up, Raiders come away with it. Cooper goes down low. Finds his way round to Gomicic. Gomicic is hauled down. Penalty coming here for the Raiders. On the Bees, I should say. James to the bench. Shot snapped on goal. Takes the deflection away from Goss. The Bees will touch it up. And the Raiders will go on a power play for 2 minutes of tripping. 29-46 if you're playing at home. Harvey Stead heads to the box. Raiders go on the power play for the second time this evening. Won by Jackson. Raiders will set up, shot on goal, block it away by Goss. Still with it. Dewey. Shot from Roberts. Goes wide. Bradley winds up, tries to clear it. Only finds a Raider. Dewey. Down low. Shot on goal. Sticks away by Goss again. 2 very quick shots here for the Raiders on this man advantage. That pass is wayward. Mulvey's the first player to it. Can the Bees clear it? No, they can't. Puck comes loose around Connolly. Connolly uses the player as a screen. That takes a deflection, hits a Raider in the head. Connolly then slips, manages to get the puck back though. Slides attempted to Roberts, who does pick it up eventually. Roberts loses out on the puck. Still with it again now. Roberts dancing his way around Dan Bradley to the front of the net. Shot is blocked. Goss sticks it away. Raiders still with it. They do break it up this time. And Wilstead will clear it. James comes out of his crease to play it. Into the far corner. Can't be doing that next year. Dewey from behind his net. Up to Sylvester. 38 seconds left on the man advantage. Roberts round from 2 to the front of the net. Roberts' shot takes the deflection, goes wide. Raiders still have it. Ralph again, shot on goal is blocked by Rose. Sylvester to the front of the net, steps in, shot, that comes to deflection, goes wide. Jackson tries to get the puck away, down low there in the corner. Bees do manage to clear the zone. Ralph takes it back. penalty is successfully killed. Ralph starts the rush as these forwards go off the ice. Rose with the advantage. Roberts can't get it away from 2Bs. Jackson's there for it. Finds Rose. Collected by Webb. Webb tries to go to Pitchley. Raiders go behind their own net. Ralph starts the rush. Smith can't take it away from Gomicic. Bees do manage to clear. And finally get it under control. Chipped up past to Pitchley, who tips it in. Wells backhands it to Connolly. Held up down low here in the corner. Webb able to bring it away, met by 2 Raiders. Anderson throws a hit and misses. Puck is loose, and nobody goes to get it. Gomicic will happily take it up ice on his own. On left hand side, Gomicic snaps a shot on goal, off the glove of Goss in the way. Bees with it now, Pitchley. Gets poke checked away by Connolly. Tipped in, James out to play it. James almost coughs it up to Walkham there, can't get under control. Bees do get it. That hopeful flip on goal only goes to Sean Barry. Goes high off the plexi. Anderson bringing away for the Raiders. Cuts in to the front of the net, that misses everyone into the far corner. End-to-end stuff here in the Slam Ice Arena so far in this period. Cooper. Cross ice now. Shipped in by Ransom. Bees give chase. Big hit in the corner there on Jack Cooper by Harvey Stead. Moore off the boards. Well gloved down there by Jack Cooper. So I should say it was Todd Cathcart with that hit. Moore chips it in, takes a bounce off the boards. James sticks it back into the opposite corner. Cooper clears. Turned over again. Moore can't get it under control. Given away by Ranson again. Rose finds Moore again. Moore with a shot. Saved by James. Raiders bring away Aliff. Wells up ice. Around Bradley. Wells to the front of the net. Goes behind the net. Tries to go back to Roberts and clears the zone. Bees will give chase. Alan Lack is there. Can Alan Lack beat the man to it? Can't quite. Jack Cooper gets a stick in the face. I hope it's a stick. Bees still with it. Walkham, front of the net. Walkham shot off the glove of James and wide. Connolly will try and clear. That has cleared the length of the ice. And icing is called with 5:23 to go here in the second period. Don't forget, you can use the hashtag BeesMNL, because I haven't been able to say it in this period so far, because we haven't had that many stoppages. Get your thoughts, comments in. Please let us know what you think of the game so far, where you're watching from, did you have a good Christmas? Let us know everything. Hi, Tom. Face off left of Ethan James. Won by Gomicic. Held up in the corner, Lack and Cooper. English brings it away. Cooper tries to clear, and it's the blue line. Mogg winds up, fires. That shot is well blocked by Connolly. The Raiders will bring it clear. Connolly at the right-hand side, snapped on goal through a sea of humanity, and that's into the corner. Raiders are still with it, front of the net, shot on goal, saved by Goss, who covers up. Face off to the left of Adam Goss. Shot on goal. Goss manages to kick in to look behind the net. Bradley plays it. These will clear. Pitchley going the wrong way. Coughs it up. The Raiders have a break. Luckily, it goes into the corner. Heavy hit there as the two players come together. The ref blows it dead. Nothing malicious in that one. Can't see who that is down in the corner, sadly, from where we are. They are just getting to their feet. Won by the Raiders. Ralph winds up, that takes a deflection and that goes through again. Tom Ralph with 2 goals from the blue line through Adam Goss at 35-46. Tom Ralph with an absolute thunder muffin. Winds up, takes a deflection and it's through Goss's 5-hole and in again. Much like London buses, you wait for 1 goal and 2 come in the space of 10 minutes for the Raiders and Tom Ralph. Face off won by the Raiders. Bees collect the puck. Ralph gets his second of the night. Ralph from Gulliver. Gulliver now up to 31 points for the season. Ransom sets Roberts away. Roberts tries to go back to Gulliver. Gulliver does collect it off the Bees stick. Bees are able to clear the zone. Ralph now on a hat-trick. Chipped in, blocked down by Goss. Moore will collect. He then loses an edge. Tries to clear, avoids the Raiders and goes all the way back out to Tom Ralph. Loose puck, finds his way to Wilstead, chipped over. Brendan Walcombe steps in, loses an edge, or loses the pass, sorry. Wilstead to the front of the net, shot takes a deflection, goes up into Brendan Walcombe. Back up to the blue line. Shot on goal is wide. Pascale collects. He takes a hit from Alan Lack. Puck is loose. Alex Roberts will give chase. Roberts and Mogg. Mogg ushers the big Canadian into the corner. English at the left-hand side. Tries to flip it around the man. Can't. Beast will have it. Lack will flip it into the Raiders zone. Rose off the bench, straight into the play. Finds English down low. Back to Rose. That comes off the side of the post, actually, from Lewis English. The pass missed everybody. English tries to get back into play, and that penalty is called. And Lewis English will be sent to the box. Aaron Connolly back up to his feet. 37-36. It looks like it's going to be 2+2 for high sticking here for Lewis English. What I've just seen the referee mime over to the timekeeper is correct. Juicenic has taken a gamble on me. Foolish error. Face off to the right of Goss. 2:24 to go in the second. Face off won by the Bees. They clear the zone. English does indeed get 2+2 for high sticks. Sylvester, Ralph, and Walcombe having a bit of a get together there. Sylvester, drop pass to Gomicic. Raider still with it behind the Bees net. Another Raider takes a tumble there. Ailith goes back to Relf. Relf finds up, fires. That takes deflection into the corner. Sylvester to the front of the net. Puck is loose. Goss does cover it at the first attempt. Can't do the second. And the Raiders have stuffed it home for a third of the evening. And there's more pushing and shoving at the Bees net. 38-17. The goal is given. There's players on the floor everywhere. Nick, quick, get a replay. Oh no, and it's all gone off now. I'm sure there are words for this. I can't think of many right now. So we've got Blahoslav Novak taking down Harvey Stead. More conversations going on. Harvey Stead is being ushered to the box, as is Blahoslav Novak. That will take the first minute 15 off that English power play. There you go. We can't get you the goal. Here's what's happened. Everyone pick a dance partner, or just have an elongated cuddle. So we'll let you know what's happened there on the goal and the penalties as and when we get it. Goss is up and okay. That's the important bit for us. Good save on the first attempt. The second one loose is shoveled in. The Raiders' third of the night. I'm going to ask producer Nick this because he's the only one that can hear me from where I am. Why can't we just have a normal game against the Raiders? We've had 2 games so far this year where we've had goals kicked in. And now this. Why can't we be friends? I'm going to stop there before I break out into... We now bring you to ZebraCam. Here we see a wild pack of referees in their natural habitat. Something tells me I'm not going to be David Attenborough. Oh, the timekeeper is getting the official penalties. It's always good when the referee has a notepad. It's never a good sign. 1:43 left in the period. It's all going so well, so quick. We started 15 minutes late. We nearly had 2 periods done in an hour and a quarter. What a game, it would be boring if it was normal. Hashtag BZMNL and a guy on hook. So we just wait and see what is happening. At this point in time, we might need another warm-up. So, we're going to go to centre ice. We know this bit. It's 3-1. That is confirmed. The penalties, we have no clue so far. The Lewis English penalty now goes to 2 minutes. Producer Nick. The 9 goes to 2 minutes. We don't know what the other ones are. I think we might take the other 2 off, because I don't know. The penalty box doors are shut. The referee is telling to go to centre ice. It's 5-on-3 at the moment. I'm hoping it's because the Bees have lost count again. Wilstead is trying to show the referees that he's bleeding and nothing wrong. I think he's getting his helmet fixed, actually. Wilstead is going to the box now. We're down to 5-on-2. There is 4 players in the Bees box. I didn't see how many are in the Raiders net. Or Raiders box, even. It is 5-on-4. So the English 2 minute is still on from the high sticks. Here we go. Gomicic gets the goal. Face-off won by the Raiders. Gomicic gets his 12th of the year, his 4th power play goal. 5 for fighting on Novak. Jake Sylvester, 5 for fighting. Rose with the puck. Brandon Aliff, 2 for roughing. Shot on goal, gloved out by James. Plays it out. Will Stead, 5 for fighting. Harvey Stead, 5 for fighting. Chipped in. And Stuart Mogg, 2 for roughing. So all evened out, 12 minutes apiece. Bees chip it in on goal. James will stick it into the corner. Into the final minute of the second period. Dewey from behind the Raiders net tries to go to Novak. I'm a bit confused there. No, it was just called for a penalty. Puck in front, it's Walkham. Walkham loses control. James covers up. The Bees fans want a penalty. Nothing doing. 40 seconds to go here in the second period. Face-off won by the Bees. It's Webb in front, tip that goes wide. Rolf is there to collect. Anderson. Shot on goal, saved by Goss, rebound is loose, Bees try and clear. Only as far as Cooper. Cooper to Ralph. Ralph steps in, fans on the shot. That goes into the corner again. Bees with it, they will clear it the length of the ice. James will have to play this. Tries to clear it all the way back out. It was a brilliant pass there from Ethan James, actually. Finds Ralph. Ralph will skate back behind his goal. And that will end the second period as the Raiders lead 3-1 here. The Bees taking the lead through Seb Moore's first National League goal. Before the Raiders answer back with 3. 2 from Tom Ralph and a shovel from Matthew Gomicic there. 2 minutes before the end of the period to give the Raiders a 3-1 lead. Handbags ensued at the end of on that third goal with 3 players in the box for both each teams. We will have updates from the games that are going on around the league, hopefully, and any information we still have from those penalties in about 12 minutes. Well, welcome back for the third and possibly final period here in Slough. The one game that is currently going on elsewhere, it's the Peterborough Phantoms 0, Milton Keynes Lightning 1. thanks to a fast start by Sean Norris with an assist on a Bobby Chamberlain goal just as he came out the box following a 5-minute major. And here, meanwhile, it's Bees 1, Raiders 3. The Bees taking the lead through Seb Moore's first goal in the National League. Before 2 goals from Tom Ruff from the blue line and a Matthew Gomicic power play marker towards the end of that period, giving the Raiders a 3-1 lead. Shots on goal in the second period, 17 on Adam Goss in the Bees net, 7 on Ethan James in the Raiders net as the Raiders piled it on for the last 10 minutes. We did finally manage to sort out the penalties there at the end. The Raiders, Matthew Gomicic 5 for fighting after scoring the goal, Jake Sylvester 5 for fighting, Brandon Ada 2 for roughing. On the Bees, Harvey Stead 5 for fighting, Will Stead 5 for fighting, Stuart Mogg 2 for roughing. And we also managed to answer the question of how many people can we fit in the penalty boxes here in Slough. The answer is 10. 4 Bees, 3 Raiders, a door operator for both sides, and the timekeeper all sat in there. As the Raiders join us back on the ice for the third period. Don't forget the 2 sides meet tomorrow night at the Sapphire Ice and Leisure Centre in Romford. As we have the fun Christmas period where there's games every day, it feels like. As the Bees rejoin us. Don't forget you can use the hashtag BeesMNL. Let us know your thoughts, comments on the game as we go through the evening. Even if it is just you, Hanneke. I know you're watching. So 5 on 4 for 18 seconds for the Raiders here. The end of the Lewis English double minor. As referee Yuri Solovyov drops the puck, and we are underway for the third and possibly final period with the Bees dumping it into the corner. Dewey comes out to play it. Raiders up centre ice, Aaron Connolly flips it off to his left hand side. Shot on goal, saved by Goss. That puck is covered up. As the Bees do return to full strength, just as the whistle is blown. Stuart Mogg thinks he can jump out. No, he can't. Yes, he can. So the Mogg and Ailif Miners are now up. They can both rejoin. Face off to the right of Goss. Won by the Raiders and Ashley Jackson. So from the net, TJ Anderson around the D-man. Saved by Goss. He covers it up again. So for the first time in a while, we're going to play 5-on-5 hockey. How long for? Nobody knows. Face off once again, won by the Raiders. Shot on goal, saved by Goss. He has to bat the rebound away. Bees will try and clear. That bounce takes it away from Walker and to Anderson. Anderson flips it in. Connolly away from Bradley. Can't get to the front of the net. Mogg takes the puck off his stick. To the front of the net again. Puck is loose. Connolly bats one out mid-air. Can't go anywhere. Jackson collects. Jackson back up to the blue line. Shot aimed behind the net. Takes a rebound. Moore will get there first. He finds Webb. Which cross-ice pass sets Walkham away. Walkham one-on-one with the D-man. Tries the shot. That's blocked in behind the Raiders' net. Cooper turns and goes backwards. Dewey to Ranson. His pass is picked off by Rose. Rose to Pitchley. That's sticked away by James. Raiders flip it up ice. Jackson around the boards. Pitchley takes it away from the Raiders. Jackson gets over centre ice. Flips on goal. James pushes it into the corner. Pitchley gets there first. Lack collects. Held up in the corner. Comes loose. Rose. Back to Lack. Rose, and the Raiders bring it away. Rose not giving up on the play. Alex Roberts, though, does go offside. Roberts and Bradley having a chat behind the net there as we go back. Two former Bristol Pitbulls. Face off just outside the B zone. 2 minutes gone here in the third. Webb wins the face off. Puck bounces away from the Bees, goes back to the Raiders. Deflection on goal. Goss has to come out and play it. Gets away. Shot on goal was turned. Goss rebound is loose in front. Raiders are still with it. Jackson has hauled down Bradley. The Bees will go on the power play shortly. In fact, oh no, not that shortly. Delayed penalty coming. Mogg. The Bees bench trying to get Adam Goss's attention. He finally skates off. Moore. Up to Walkham. Walkham almost puts it in his own net again for the second time in 2 months. Mogg will collect. Up to Josh Smith. 6 on 5. Delayed penalty coming. Smith goes back to Mogg as the Raiders shut them down at the blue line. That pass is wayward. Smith chips it around the Raiders defenseman and beats the player to the puck and then eventually loses out on it. Penalty on the Raiders, timed 42-48. A tripping minor coming their way. And the Bees head to the power play once again. This time they really need to convert. It's Ashley Jackson. 2 minutes for tripping. Face off, won by the Raiders. They will clear at the length of the ice. Goss settles it down. Mogg will wait behind the Bees net. And then sets them on the way. Straight up centre ice. Finds an option on the right hand side. Dan Rose, but can't get to the puck. Cooper will clear at the length of the ice. Alex Roberts is on, opening goal. Alex Roberts off the post. Rebound, can't get there. Roberts tries to take it around Smith. Almost a disaster there for the Bees. Rose up the right hand side, tries to go to Walkham, met by Cooper. Cooper clears it again. Roberts will have another go short-handed. Roberts away from Mogg this time. Leaves it for the trailer. Shot on goal saved by Goss. Rebound loose again. Connolly recovers. Roberts backhand flip. That goes wide. Rose collects for the Bees. Raiders will change. Rose goes back behind the Bees net. Roberts will skate to the bench. Lack will tip it in. James comes out of his net to play it. Tries to clear it, only as far as Brendan Walkham. Walkham steps in, shot on goal, takes deflection, that goes off of James's leg and wide. Dan Bradley, is back to collect. Jackson with it. Up to Pitchley. Pitchley turns, is sent back the other way. Pitchley flips it on goal, takes a bounce into James's pads. He will cover up. It looks like another penalty might be coming here. As all of our 5 minutes are now up. Both sides return to the maximum capacity of players they have. 29 seconds left on the Jackson minor. Face off to the right of Ethan James's net. Won by the Raiders. Moore recovers the puck. Harvey Stead. Down low, Ralph will collect. Clears it the length of the ice. Goss will have to come out and play it. Leaves it for Harvey Stead. Stead tries to go to Moore. That's well held up by the linesman against the boards. Walkham tries to bring it away. He's held up by Ralph. And that will end the Jackson penalty. Raiders return to 5. Harvey Stead with a brilliant pass to Josh Smith. Smith's shot saved by James. The Raiders will clear, only as far as Moore. Chip back in. Walkham passes to nobody. Raiders clear. Harvey finds Will. Up to Lack at the left-hand side. He chips it in. Another penalty coming here. More conversations going on. 45-24, time of the penalty. It's a slashing minor on someone. It looks like it's on Alan Lack. And the Bees will return to the penalty kill. Alan Lack, 2 minutes for slashing. Here's the penalty. (45-24). Face off to the right of Goss. Raiders scoring on their last power play towards the end of the second. Same unit is out again for them. Sylvester to Alif, Gomicic. Gomicic fakes the pass, keeps it. Back up to the blue line, back to Gomicic. Gomicic cross ice to Sylvester, can't get there. Back up to the blue line, chip down low, that's kicked away by Goss. Sylvester behind the net to Connolly. Gomicic winds up, fires, Gomicic kicks it away. Sorry, Goss kicks it away. Gomicic with it again. Goes to Alif, Sylvester, winds up, fires through traffic. That's off of Goss again. Connolly. Back to Sylvester, winds up from the blue line. Shot on goal, tips in front, Goss staves the first one, sticks it into the corner. Sylvester. Cross ice pass, shot on goal, saved by Goss, rebound is loose, Goss with another save, and a second there from Mogg as well. Gomicic to the front of the net, cleared again. Rose will just look to clear it the length of the ice and the Bees will go for a change. Goss with two saves sprawled out and Stuart Mogg saving one in the crease there for the third. Raiders very unfortunate to not get a fourth there. They will start the rush again. Bees have reset. Wilstead goes over to meet the Raiders player. Comes to Novak. Roberts steps in, Roberts shot, that's off the post again. Goss with a save, and Goss does really well to reach back as he didn't know where the puck was. It came off his back, was rolling towards the goal. Goss reaches back and bats it away. 10 seconds left on the Lack minor. The Raiders will be wondering how they haven't scored on this power play. One cleared off the line, one saved in the crease, and one off the bar. Bees return to full strength. The Raiders bring it on the attack. Jackson, shot again, this time by Roberts. Goss saves it as he goes post to post. Adam Goss standing on his head for the last 2.5 minutes. 12 minutes to go here. It's still somehow 3-1. Face off to the right of Goss. One by the Bees. Bradley over to Mogg. Finds English. Tries to set Pitchley away. Tipped in by Pitchley. He goes in, throws the hit on Cooper. Raiders with it. Smith. Raiders look to bring it away. It's in that corner. English. Brings it out. Takes a hit from Cooper himself this time. Raiders bring it out from behind the net. At speed. Jackson's shot saved by Goss again. Gomicic. Down low in the corner to the front of the net. Shot on goal. Saved by Goss again. Rebound is loose. Lewis English baseball swing out of the air. That's at least a ground rule double. Raiders come again. Another shot on goal. This time it's fanned on. Bradley, high flip. Walken will collect, get it under control. Straight at Tom Ralph. Walken behind the net. Goes to the backhand flip towards goal. Nobody there. Raiders will bring it away. Sylvester escorted to the ice by Ty Cathcart. Harvey Stead over to Will. Moore sees it leave the zone. Moment of calm as Harvey Stead recovers the puck. Behind the boards to Cathcart. Cathcart sends it back over to Harvey. Long cross-ice pass. Will Stead recovers it. Takes it away from Ralph. Into the corner. Tries to go back. He gets his stick lifted by Ralph. The Raiders return it. Serve. Novak to the front of the net. Shot saved by Goss. It's held up in his pads. The whistle does come. 10:25 to go in the third. One positive with tonight, producer Nick. You can't win shirts off his back. Nobody's here to buy the tickets. Oh no. Apparently I was wrong on that one. Morg around the boards, finds Ryan Webb. Webb chips it in, icing's called, and then waved off. Rose collects up to Jackson on the blue line. Saxon's shot is wide. Puck backhand flipped in. Barry collects for the Raiders. Still with it. Roberts gets the tip in. Aliff and Mogg give chase. Aliff just drops his hip and Mogg gets dropped down. Rose gets tripped. Arm goes up. And another delay penalty. So the Bees will go 6-on-5 again. Pitchley. Round Aliff. Fans on the pass. Does eventually get it back to Will Stead. Bradley. Mogg. Mogg from behind his net, tries to go to Smith. Smith can't get it under control, and that will be touched up. 50-56 at the time of the penalty. Two-minute stripping here coming on the Raiders again. So I think that's Brandon Aliff taking a seat again. Don't quote me on that, I'll wait for it to come up on the clock. Nope, 95 this time. Jacob Ranson, 2 minutes for tripping. 50-56. Face off won by the Bees. The Raiders are the first player to it. Connolly will then immediately go backwards. And two more penalties called. Will Stead gets called and he doesn't agree with it. Will Stead is getting called 2 minutes for hooking on this one. And I didn't see that was in the Raiders' goal there. They're getting 2 minutes for holding. 51-07. We'll wait and see if that's going to be 4-on-3 or stay 5-on-4. Go to centre ice. It's going to be 5-on-4, so two coincidental minors. Will Stead sitting 2 minutes for hooking for the Bees. And a Raider I didn't catch, I'm sorry, 2 minutes for holding. Those will not go on the clock. So we'll stay 5-on-4 for the next minute and 50. Face off won by the Bees. Harvey Stead there to collect. Matthew Gomicic, 2 minutes for holding. Harvey Stead over to Rose. Rose goes back to Harvey Stead. Shot on goal, takes a deflection, straight to the glove of James, he holds on. Face off to the left of James. One by the Raiders. They'll try and clear around the boards. And they do manage to get an out the zone. Good work from Aaron Connolly there to finish the job. Harvestead goes back to collect. He then turns around and goes the other way. Seb Moore, return pass. Stead up the left-hand side. Turns away from one Raider. Behind the goal, round the boards. Over to Walcombe. To Lack. Behind the net. Loses out on the puck. Does well to get it back. Finds his way up to Walcombe. Walcombe steps in to the front of the net. Moore again. Shot saved by James. Bounce off the boards. Raiders will clear it. Length of the ice. Goss will have to play it. He does. Stead. Both teams change. Over to Pitchley. Pitchley leaves it for Smith. Smith steps in, down low, Rose. Rose to the front of the net, shot to Webbs. Webbs scores! Ryan Webb on the power play. The Bees pull it to 1. 52-35 the time of the goal. It's good work from the Bees finally on the power play. The shot near side from Rose comes back out to Webb, who has the freedom of the left-hand side of the goal there to tap it in. James did so well to stop the near side shove in from Rose that Webb just has the openest goal to tap into for his 5th goal of the season. 7 minutes 25 to go here. The Bees, one more needed to take it to overtime. Face off won by Webb. Mogg up to Walcombe. Walcombe left to right to front of the net, tipped on goal. Webb nearly gets a second in quick succession there. Bees still with it. Round the boards. Apologies for that technology, it's lovely when it works. Raiders do clear it. Mogg intercepts, can't clear it. Raiders bat it down, they will come on the rush. Tipped in front on goal, Goss with a save, Moore collects and goes the other way. Anderson nearly getting the 4th there quickly. Moore, absolute bundle there. Callum Wells loses his helmet and his stick. Wells has to skate to the bench. I think he tried to grab Moore there. Just a collision there. Jackson over to Harvey Stead, loses out. Anderson tries to go to Sylvester, can't. Lack off the boards and up to Dan Rose. He sets Pitchley away. Pitchley back to Rose. Turns his man. Harvey Stead collects, steps in. Oh, to Pitchley. Pitchley shot. Brilliant save. Ethan James snagged it out the sky on what looked a certain equaliser. .605 to go. Stead with it. Chipped in. Raiders try and clear out in front to Walcombe. Raiders will bring it away. Dan Rose with the only assist on that second goal. Sticked high behind the goal by Goss. Raiders with it. Held up in the corner. Bees come away with it with Harvey Stead. Walcombe. High flip up the ice. Moore will give chase. He'll take on Marco Pasquale. Gets round Pasquale. Front of the net to Walcombe. Walcombe shot. Good save from James again. Rolf will try and settle it down for the Raiders. Raiders bring it up ice. Connolly. Met by Mogg. Connolly quite happy to hold up against the boards and kill some valuable seconds. Puck comes loose to Gomicic. Back up to the blue line. Pasquale Shot blocked by Webb. Another go. That shot by block is Rose neck this time. I'll get those words out of my mouth in a minute. Shot blocked by Rose. He clears it. Ralph holds it up in the corner again. Bees bring it away. Finds his way up to Rose. Tries to go behind the net. Gomachich takes it away from him. Bradley. Shot flipped on goal. James kicks it into the corner. Puck finds his way back to Bradley. Over to a wide open Halstead. Winds up, fires. That shot is blocked by a Raider in front. And the Raiders will clear it. Stead keeps it in the zone. Takes a shove. And the Raiders do complete the clearance. They will go for a change on it very quickly. Bradley tries to go off the boards. Only as far as Rose, who takes it backwards. Gomachich does a brilliant job. First to bat it down and in to recover the puck. He will go back as the Raiders just look to kill time here. Under 4 minutes to go in the third. Goss out of his net to play the puck. Misses it this time. Stead is there. Throws a dummy. Smith collects. Bees with it. English. Shipped in. Raiders want a nice and call, and they will get it. Must say that one was correct. English was the wrong side of centre ice. 3:30 left in the third. Face-off will be to the right of Adam Goss. Won by Roberts. Bees do try and clear it. It's kept in at the blue line. Dumped in. Ailiff gives chase. Halstead manages to push it away from him. English. Cross-ice pass to Pitchley. Pitchley into the Raiders zone. Tries to go back to Smith. Takes a fun bounce. The Raiders clear. Mogg collects. Bees skate on side as Mogg comes into the zone. No offside. Mogg makes his way right away around the back of the defense of the Raiders net. Smith flips it down low to Pitchley. Pitchley takes a bump, held up in the corner again. Pitchley still with it. Up to Jackson. Jackson tries to go to Moore, gets stick lifted. Raiders with it. Attempted clearance. Not finished. Mogg does keep it in. It does eventually leave the zone. The Bees are there to come back the other way though. Will Stead holds off one Raider, finds Walcombe. Both Bees leave it for each other and it goes into the corner. Bees bringing it out to the front of the net. Wrap around attempt. That misses everybody and goes wide. Raiders trying to clear. Moore doesn't give up on the play. Still with it. Finds Jackson. Slides it over for Mogg. Mogg shot on goal. Tipped in front. James saves. Moore still with it. Finds Jackson again. Reed up down in front. That shot on goal is hit or cleared away. That will go all the way down to Adam Goss. Final 2 minutes of the third period. Mogg collects. Takes it into the Raiders zone. Walcombe met by a wall. The Raiders will clear. Roberts takes it away from one. Flips it in. The Raiders will go and complete their change. Harvey Stead collects. Avoids Jackson, then absolutely mows over Aaron Connolly. Connolly doesn't like it and returns the favour. Raiders with it, 90 seconds to go. Attempted pass in, that is wide, that is icing, and I imagine we're going to see a timeout coming from the Bees bench. I can see Coach Bill Webb calling you for it. Timeout Bees with 89 seconds on the clock and a 1-goal game. Seems like an appropriate time as any to say thank you for joining us this evening. Bees fans, Raiders fans. Even if you're a neutral and you've just decided to watch us, thank you. Hope you've enjoyed your evening. From your nice warm houses while me and producer Nick freeze. Just one stream a month can save your producer Nick from freezing their hands off. So the teams come back out. Adam Goss is staying on the bench. So it's 6 on 5 for 89 seconds. The last home game of 2022. Which means it's the last time I can actually mention the fact that the last time we pulled an empty net here, we scored on ourselves. What could go wrong, kids? Actually, second to last, did the Milton Keynes last week. 6 on 5 for a minute 29 or less. An important face-off win here needed. It's won by the Raiders. Bees recover it. Walcombe can't get it away. Raiders bring it out. Attempted flip Roundstead. That's dumped in again. And iced again. 11 seconds taken off the clock. So we'll have 1 minute of 18 of 6 on 5. Face off left of James, won by the Bees. Walcombe over to Harvey Stead. Stead's shot snapped on goal is blocked. Lack back up to Harvey Stead on the blue line. Finds his way over to Will. Harvey just keeps it in the zone. Moore. No option there for him. Will Stead avoids the oncoming Raider. Stead centre the zone. Will Stead around everybody. Manages the backhand flip to Harvey. Harvey Stead's shot is wide. Rose chips it in, goes to Walcombe. Moore finds Walcombe again. 40 seconds to go, back to the front of the net. That goes wide as well. Rose finds Will Stead. Over to Harvey again. Back to a fire shot. Glove down by James. Rebound is loose. Nobody can clear it. Raiders do eventually, and that will go the length of the ice. Icing is called again with 22. The clock is still running. The clock is still running. A bit of a howler there from the timekeeper. I make it about 5 seconds came off the clock there. 19.8. It will be reset to 24, much like basketball. 24-second shot clock here for the Bees. Producer Nick is proudly saying he got it right when the whistle went. Oh, it's like a little Cheshire cat to my left here. He's so happy with himself. So 24 seconds or less. Bees need to get a shot off. They need to get the puck first. Shot on goal. That's blocked. Moore is there. B gets a stick slash out of his hand. It's Walcombe. Puck is loose in front. Puck is clear length of the ice. That will leave the zone. 9 seconds to go. Webb off the bench, flips it in. That is offside. And that will probably do it with 6.5 left on the clock. Bees players not happy with him this slash there. Brennan Morgan's snapped in half stick. He's just been handed back to the bench. 6.5 seconds to go. Face off won by the Bees. Wilstead sets Harvey away, and that is offside again. And down to 3.4 now. The difficult might have just become the impossible here. Face off won by the Bees. It goes straight to Raider. They clear it up ice. And that is the buzzer. The Raiders take the 2 points in town tonight. Bees 2, Raiders 3. The Raiders at least temporarily close the gap on the Swindon Wildcats in 4th place. The Wildcats currently playing against the Basingstoke Bison. The Bees still looking for a much elusive win. You're going to ask me to push buttons again, aren't you, producer Nick? Well, I'm sorry if you're watching here at home, because it's up to me now. The lunatic is quite literally running the asylum. So apologies if this goes horribly wrong in the next 2 minutes. As the teams go through their handshakes, it's a good time to remind everyone that the Bees do play the Raiders tomorrow night in Romford in the return game of this Christmas set. And the Raiders hold on for the win tonight. It's a much-spirited Bee side. Shots on goal in the third period, 12 on both sides. Everything goes horribly wrong and the stream turns off. I apologise now. A reminder for Raiders fans, you make your third and final trip here to Slough this year on the 4th of February, which I believe is a Saturday night. That will be a 6:30 face-off. We'll be live on the stream 5:30. If you can't join us, obviously 6:30 in the building. We prefer it if you're here. You don't have to listen to me that way. Fair few contenders for both teams for man of the match tonight. Sponsored by, I believe, our kit sponsors. The Raiders man of the match is first. Tom Relf gets the man of the match for his 2 goals. Both of which scored from the blue line. As we get to hit the button that says Nick Cam for the evening. As the former Bee gets the man of the match honours here tonight in Slough. And as I said moments ago, thank you Raiders fans for joining us this evening. Here on the stream, here in the building. We'll see you on the 4th of February. And we'll also see you tomorrow night. As we make the trip to Romford ourselves. So go and meet the rather large following from Essex this evening. They came down on the coach and they've made lots of noise. And they're going home with 2 points. As we now move on to the shirt off his back presentation, which is Luke Jackson for this evening. So he steps forward to present the shirt off his back. We also get some added referees. And then that leaves us with one more presentation to do this evening. Man of the match for the Bees this evening. goes to Sebastian Moore. His first goal for the Bees, his first goal in the National League. A well-deserved man of the match. He arguably should have gotten it in his last game here too. He receives the Man of the Match award for this evening. And this week, he wins the opportunity to launch a shirt into the crowd. Sometimes they go really far, sometimes they barely make it past the blue line. Seb has opted for the not make it past the blue line option. As the Bees go for their lap of honour. A very good performance from them tonight, despite the results. 3-2 they go down in the end. Which means it's a good time for me to say you can join us again on Monday, the 2nd of January, when we welcome the Peterborough Phantoms here to Slough. Face off on the graphics is 5 o'clock. I'm led to believe it's actually 4 o'clock, but we'll find out soon enough. Please keep an eye on the social media for everything along with the face-off time over this week. We hope you enjoy your Christmas and into your New Year's. From me and producer Nick, cameraman Nick, scoreboard boy Nick, it's good night.